Hello, hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of this lovely new series we have right here on this very channel, my channel. In fact, for those of you that missed the first episode, number one, go back and watch it. Make sure you dropped a like. If you did, don't unlike the video to like it again. Just pat yourself on the back. Secondly, obviously, Draft to Glory style series. We are limited in what we can do because trade values are broken AF, as the kids say. So Draft to Glory in this series, again, we will only be selecting players from the 6 teams in the Maritimes division of the QMJHL. We started things off in the last episode with a very meh draft, if we are being completely honest. This was the 7-pick haul, and barring a miracle, I wouldn't really expect any of these guys to be overly impactful, we'll say, on this team throughout this series. We'll see how it plays out, of course. I'm hoping for the best, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to sign any of them right now. We're going to test out, leaving players unsigned and seeing how well they develop. So the big thing for this episode is just going to be simming as much as we can. We want to get to the next draft as soon as possible. Anybody that we picked up in the expansion draft, I am more than okay with getting rid of. Now, of course, we are going to have to sign some free agents because we only have 20 players under contract. And again, using EA's rating or EA's most recent update. So yeah, Dustin Bufflin's here. Anthony Cirelli is an absurdly low 83 overall, etc., etc. None of this is really surprising. But what we're going to do is look for some veterans who are willing to sign some cheap deals. So in goal, congratulations to Victor Fost, former Ducks great. Played for the Oilers too, didn't he? Pretty sure he did. I'm going to sign him up. Let's also sign Jeff Glass to the team for no reason. $32 million in goaltending. We're almost the Montreal Canadiens. And we'll also go for Justin Pogge. Why? Because the Leafs picked him over Tuukka Rask, and it's still flippin' hilarious all these years later. Defensively, again, we're just going to sign vets to fill out this roster. The intention is not to be good. It appears as though sorting by age on right D is broken. That is, you can literally see the arrow by age changing. That's okay. Well, okay, I can at least do it here. Holy crap, EA. The bar was low. The bar was low, and you still tripped over the damn thing. Jesus, Tom Gilbert, your facial expression perfectly sums up my thoughts. I gotta be honest, it's been a great run to start NHL 21, and I'm sure it's gonna get even better. Is this Jason Garrison? It is. Jason Garrison. You look like a Russian nesting doll. Welcome aboard. Roman Polak's here, too. He shouldn't be. He should be out of the game and in the KHL, but what are you going to do? And then for random veteran forwards, Joel Lundqvist, also known as Keith Kincaid. Shout out to those of you who get that reference. Andrew Ebbett. We'll go ahead and sign him again. I got to sign some players to avoid the game auto-signing people for me. So we'll do what we have to do. Leonard Petrell, Oilers legend. TJ Trevelyan, Blues legend. Chris Connor, Portland Pirates. Once a pirate, always a pirate. Good old Matt Molson, still hanging around. Jesus, Matt Molson looks ancient. No disrespect, Matt, but I think it's the sunken eyes, but that's what happens. That's what happens when you play for the Buffalo Sabres. See, look, Cody McLeod doesn't have the same sunken eyes, but boy, he's seen some shit. Who else can we get? Petri Contiola, Leafs legend. Doesn't even have a picture. So why the hell not? We're up to 18. Let's do a couple more. Steve Bernier, LA Kings legend. He didn't play for the Kings. LA Kings legend. I stand by that statement. Max LaPierre can eat so many pairs of pants. Oh my god. What else do we have here? Anybody? Chris Bork, you're retired, but you're still in the game for some reason. Love to see it. Love me some Chris Bork. It's a shame that, unfortunately, in terms of memeing, that Chris Bork was claimed by Bacon all those years ago, because I do love me some Chris Bourque. What a guy. What a guy. I mean, in fairness, I was a Chris Bourque fan from the moment that I watched him crying as his dad won the Stanley Cup. It was a hell of a moment. Love me some Chris Bourque. Bruin's great. God damn it, I wish I could meme him, but I can't. He's not. And an OSW review reference, I'm not allowed to have him in my boys stable. I'm just not. He's already claimed he's someone else's boy. Stafford, Wolski, Michael Haley. Sick haircut, Mikey. Good stuff. Your parents spelled your name wrong, but that's okay. Anybody else? Anybody else for the memes? Anybody else for the memes? Eric Condra. Why not? Sign up, Eric Condra. Fair. Anybody else meme-worthy? John Matsumoto, Cal O'Reilly, the best O'Reilly. We're good. Rich Clune. We need a face puncher. Come on down. Rich Clune. Good for the locker room. Rich Clune. So with that, we have to check our staff. That's what we have to do. I went to the wrong spot, though, because I'm an amateur, and I've forgotten how to play this goddamn mode in the time that it's taken them to make it somewhat useful. The coaching staff's okay. The main thing I was worried about was scouting, and whether or not there are any actually good scouts out there, and there aren't. So that's cool. Not going to worry about our coaching staff right now, because why the hell would we? Our team is going to be brutal by design to try and secure us the top lottery odds every single season until this team turns the corner. And as we've talked about, we've had some interesting / mixed success in this series, or at least this type of series where we have a limited team pool that we can draft from in one of the three major junior leagues. Of course, again, WHL, it was the Washington-based WHL teams in the States. OHL, it was a very similar concept, teams surrounding the state of Michigan. And now here we're basing it on the Maritimes. Again, because these teams don't get any respect aside from, like, Halifax. But damn it, it's more than Halifax. Wait, are we listed? Okay, yeah, we are listed as... I was going to say, we better be listed as sellers. Quickly, the only thing that we really have to do here is go over here and at least set up our top scouts, if not all of our scouts, to scout out the queue, since now, hopefully, again, scouting in the queue is not broken. A lot of players available to us here. I'm probably only going to keep the top 4 scouts because I am incredibly lazy and don't really feel like making a strong jump cut here. So, Chireen, congratulations. What's up with the weird shade of green, by the way? I don't feel like that... Like, it matches, like, that shade. It doesn't really match, like, this shade of green. Like, look at that. Like, why is it just, like, randomly darker than the actual shade? You know what? I'm nitpicking. Okay, I'll admit it. I'm nitpicking here. I'm sorry. I can't help it. It's in my very nature to just find something, because there's nothing to complain about with this game. Let's just get rid of all of you. You're horrible, awful people. I wish you nothing but the worst. I'm kidding. You don't even exist, so it's fine. But just get the hell off of my hockey team, except for the 2 that are already in the queue. Beautiful. So we'll keep those 6 scouts, and we will hope for the best with that. I'm not even going to worry about who's set up on this team. It is what it is. In fairness, we have memed the starting squad in the past in Draft Glories because, yeah, it's always awful. Always very, very awful. But I am kind of afraid to mess around with, like, anything because it's like, well, something's going to break. It's just how it works. But yeah, that's the team. Fine by me. You know what, head coach? You go right ahead. You update my lines. You do what you got to do. You go right ahead and update these lines and have Chris Bourque as a healthy scratch because you're a horrible coach. Horrible, I say. Now, the one thing to check here is the draft class, and we are going to hope for a miracle here. And that is that we have available players to us, and we do have one at the very least, and we knew he was going to be here. It's just a question as to whether or not, and I genuinely don't know the answer to this. We're probably going to find out later in this episode. It genuinely is the question. Shout out to that car outside. as to whether or not Mr. Zachary Very French here is rated highly. I don't know if he is. We do, though, on the flip side, have Joshua Waugh as well. I think it's Waugh, not Roy, who we've used in series in the past, but of course he was a created player. Now, of course, he's real and has a picture. Riley Kidney is also available. So, goddamn, the top 3 players in this draft from the queue are all available to us. Rimouski is not eligible. Getnu, not eligible. Valdor, not eligible. Cole Huckins, what a name. Get me some Huckins. Melanson, not very good. Cameron Wynot, who I think should be higher rated, but he's probably not going to be. Young lady from Shawinigan. Matus Mensik. Okay. Also, Mianskum. You're not available. I just like saying the name Mianskum. Getno. Oscar Plandowski. Also available to us, as is Justin Gill. The Islanders with a decent little presence here. Victoriaville not available, and there was QC, Rimouski, Gatineau, Victoriaville. Nothing from Cape Breton so far. We get Cam McDonald from the Sea Dogs. Attilio Biasca, I'm guessing. Okay, cool. Shawinigan again doesn't work out for us. Moncton, there we go. We finally get a Wildcat. Connor Olson. Got Benjamin Corbeil, not available to us. Frank Jenkins, you have a very basic name compared to everybody else. Another Shawinigan option. Another Quebec option. Gabriel Bernier from Moncton, an overager though. Marcel Barenka, another overager. Nick Daig, not eligible for us. Shawinigan, Val-d'Or, Victoriaville, Shawinigan, Rouyn-Noranda, not available to us either. Blainville, Baie-Comeau, not available. Drummondville not available. Oh boy, we are running out of options here. Jakob Brebenek. Brebenek. Cool. But you're way down at 287. So there is a chance. Noah Lauan. Not sure. Welcome aboard. Potentially. Jeff Burridge. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of players in the queue. And we are really going to struggle in the back half of this draft, is what we have learned. It is going to be a rough time for all involved, which means we need to get there as soon as possible and hope that, again, we have the #1 odds in this draft. That is what this episode's about. Just make sure that we have those top lottery odds. Let this team be terrible. Shout out to the Sens, bringing back the best logo. Of course, some slight changes, but the best logo that they have ever had. Excuse that cough. In their history, their old logo sucked. I do think, though, they didn't even have to change the jerseys. You take that logo, slap it on the old Sens jerseys, what are now the old Sens jerseys, and yeah, you were doing pretty good. I don't really think they had to change anything. We just won a game, by the way. We've won 2 games out of nowhere. I guess not all that surprising, given that this team has some 70s on it and everything. But yeah, still, we've won some games. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So, I will say this. While recording this episode, it is before the new patch comes out to fix the glitch that currently exists with editing lines, which of course is why injuries happen to be turned off. My fear, my utmost fear, is that this patch coming out, #1, it doesn't address anything in relation to the trade value issue, which again is nearly game-breaking, for me at least. Like, genuinely, I find it to be game-breaking. Like, you can't have Sam Gagner being worth more than Matt Barzal. It's game-breaking. But somebody raised a good point. What if something else breaks? What if, they do fix the line issue and the crashing issue, but then all of a sudden something else breaks? So I'm recording this with that fear in the back of my head that something awful could happen. And really, that's why I wanted to wait until it at least appeared that the mode was in a decent spot, is that I didn't want to start something and then have to postpone it or end it. Last year, for those of you who have been around, you will know the start of NHL 20 we were going to do a series involving only undrafted free agents, which is something that's worked for me in Madden. Had a lot of fun with that, winning with just the best of the rest that was left over from the draft. But NHL 19, that series would have worked. NHL 20, they changed the draft class and the way that it worked, and it just simply wouldn't work in NHL 20. It might work in 21 if we up the draft class quality. I think we might be able to pull off that UDFA only challenge this year if we go to try it again. It's definitely something I'm intrigued in. Another idea I'm intrigued in, somebody actually brought this up on stream last night, is that what if you were to move like all the veteran enforcers on the alumni teams over to the NHL and do another draft or a goon squad, or at least just do a goon squad in general where we could only use enforcers and probably like grinders for forwards, defensive defensemen to help fill out the roster. That is something we're definitely going to do this year as well. So look forward to that series. Goon Squad, that's a fantastic idea. Goon Squad's probably going to show up this year. The UDFA Challenge is probably going to show up this year. I don't know when, obviously, but remember that. Hold me to that. You got some cool things to look forward to this year on NHL 21 if they don't completely destroy the mode. But the point was... right? The point was that I don't, and I fear for this, but I don't want to have like this series start and then they break something and I have to postpone it or end it again 2 years in a row. God, that would suck. Holy hell, would that just suck? That would be the worst. Oh my God, apparently a lot of trades happened on deadline day. That took a while. We have already been confirmed to miss the playoffs. Shocking, after winning just 11 games. Works for me, though. So, a lot going on. This could be a very fun year here on NHL 21. But, man, have we been slow out of the gates. It has been brutal, if we're being honest. So, we'll see what happens. For now, though, we are just about at the end of the season, which means we get to be a little bit more optimistic, hopefully, and that will begin with the draft lottery, and we're going to win it, I hope. Please, God. If not, I'm going to say that it was rigged, because denial is not just a river. God damn it. Let's see what happens here. Can we hit lucky number 12 for the wins? We lose to the Bruins. Love to see it. Can we beat the Devils? Well, Satan says not today. So we finish our first season here with 11 wins. Wojciech Wolski. Avs great. Put up 50 points. Holy hell. Let's take a look and see what happened around the league really quickly. Starting, of course, with the standings. Buffalo, Boston, Florida, and Toronto make the playoffs. Tampa missed because LOL. In the Metro, Washington, Carolina, Pittsburgh, and the New York Rangers all make it. In the Central, Colorado, St. Louis, Chicago, Nashville, and Dallas. And in the Pacific, San Jose, Edmonton, and Vegas. Fair enough. As we look around the entire league, the Sabres, the number one team, the worst team, your Newfie Growlers. Averaging averaging basically just under 2 goals against or 2 goals for per game, which compared to Ottawa is abysmal. And our goals against per game, yeah. Who had the best offense in the league in terms of goals for per game? Buffalo at nearly 3 3/4. Power play, 23% for the Avs. We actually didn't have the league's worst power play. LA, you need to be ashamed of yourselves. But we did have a 70% penalty kill. God damn it. This team is wonderful. And in terms of the point totals for the hell of it, Wojciech Wolski, again with 50, Condra with 43, Dominic Toninato ended up sticking around on this team. 199 penalty minutes for Michael Haley, yet impressively, he was still a minus 70. That is impressive. And abysmal. Oh, Pogge and Jeff Glass. Yikes. Let's see what happened around the league really quickly. Let's be honest. That's the highlight that we're looking for. And And Nathan MacKinnon with 119 points. Jakeichel with 114. McDavid, Bergeron, Hall, Landeskog, Kane, Ovi, and Barkov all hitting the century mark. Who was the goal-scoring king? It was Alex Ovechkin with 63. 3 players hit 50 goals this year. For defensemen, it's John Carlson, then Erik Karlsson. No real surprise there. The goal-scoring king, Buffalo and Tampa, and Brent Burns. By the way, haven't really complained about this in too many videos. Shout out to EA for making every goddamn defenseman right D and left D. Lazy. Lazy. I'm sorry. I know I can be harsh at times. Lazy. It's called go to cap friendly and see what they're listed as. It's not that hard. Why add in differentiating positions if you're just going to make every player in the game by default have that, and then you got to wait for players to get drafted to have them be left side or right side only. Stupid and lazy. Tuukka Rask was the winningest goaltender. Love you, Tuukka. Save percentage king was Jake Allen and Carey Price. Well, you know, when Carey Price is an overrated 89 overall, that's bound to happen. Allmark and Markstrom. 9 shutouts, 6 shutouts each. And the Calder, Mr. Lafreniere, is going to win the Calder over Hanu Ramo. Barrett Hayton was up there. Vitaly Kravtsov. Not too bad. For rookie goalie, Shesterkin. That's right, I'm calling him Shesterkin. He might actually win the Calder. Maybe. Probably not. It's going to go to a Ranger. That's all you need to know. One way or another, New York Rangers winning the Calder. That said, let us advance. The regular season is over. The playoffs, we have Sharks, Preds, Avs, Stars, Oilers, Knights, and Blues, Hawks. In the East, Buffalo and Toronto, Boston, Florida, Washington, New York, Carolina, and Pittsburgh. Let's see who gets the job done. Who is going to win the Stanley Cup in Season 1? I am excited to find out. Who is it going to be? We don't know yet. I thought that was going to be it. We don't know at all. Who can it be now? DMCA. Toronto wins. Well, there you go, folks. That's how you know it's a video game. I wouldn't be mad at the Leafs win the Stanley Cup again. Steve Dangle fan for a long time. I'd be happy. Toronto, though, wins the Stanley Cup. Beating the Colorado Avalanche in 6, Toronto beat Buffalo, Boston, and Carolina to go all the way. The Comets won the Calder Cup. So we'll take a look at the Leafs lineup here. Mitch Marner went off. He might very well be the Conn Smythe favorite. Marner, Matthews, Nylander, Tavares, Joe Thornton. Love to see Joe Thornton. A lot of scoring here from this Leafs lineup. Jake Muzzin scored 8 goals. Holy crap. And Freddie with a 927. Jake Muzzin, MVP, clearly. As we'll take a look here, McKinnon wins the Art Ross and the Hart. John Carlson wins the Norris. Lady Bing to McKinnon. Calder did go to Lafreniere. Marner did win the Conn Smythe. Hank won the Vezina and the Jennings. Masterton to Mr. Bigris, the award that made Chris Rumble famous. Jack Adams goes to who was essentially Jeremy Colleton. Selke to Ryan O'Reilly. McKinnon, the Ted Lindsay. And the Rocket Richard, Alexander Ovechkin. And for the AHL, Jordan Kyrou scored the most points. League MVP was Glenn Godden. Kenny Agostino scored the most goals. Top rookie, Ville Heinola. Derek Pouliot, top defenseman. Best goaltender, Aiden Hill. And the MVP of the playoffs was Jace Howerluck. Not too bad at all. So chat, season 1. Chat? Guys, I stream too much. I'm going to call you chat. So comment section. So you, shout out to that truck. He was offended by chat too. I'm going to point out every single truck that drives by. Why? Because I'm at the girlfriend's and not at my house, and she lives closer to a road than I do, and I get very self-conscious about trucks in the background. So I'm going to point it out, which only makes it worse. Let's find out the lottery luck here. Did we get the number 1 overall pick? We didn't. The LA Kings moved up, but we stayed in the top 2, which is tremendous news for us. Because we are essentially guaranteed to get said top players that we had our eyes on. So I'm very happy. As, of course, because the rosters are the rosters, Zetterberg, Gaborik, Kessler all still here. David Backes retires as well. For defenseman, Tom Gilbert retires, but not Zdeno Chara. Victor Fast and Thomas Pooperle also. I'm calling him Pooperle. Also retire. Nathan Page became a scout. And with that, let's do this. I'm ready. It is our second draft. With this team, the LA Kings, with the number 1 overall selection, take Aturato, high elite, 70 overall. So that leaves us, I was going to call you Chad again, with Seth King, Dylan McClellan, Dimitri Severo, Ronaldo Montoya. Oh, wait, no, we can't. So we go to the queue, and we have our top 3 here. It is Zachary Leheroux, Josh Waugh, or Riley Kidney. I mean, it's obviously ZLH over here, or Waugh. And because Waugh might be better, and there might be some people screaming at me here, but I feel like we have no choice. We have to go with one ZLH, as I'm calling him. Just because we never really used him in a series before, and we have used Josh Waugh quite a bit. So, despite the fact that he's older, Zachary Leheroux is the selection with the number 2 pick. And hey, that's not bad. High top 6. 63 overall. That is a very, very respectable pickup for us. Very happy with that. So we get a look here. A grinder went 4th. Man, these overalls are low, though. Holy shit. This is on medium quality. Those overalls are super low. Kings somehow fell to the 7th pick. So way to go, Minnesota. And Waugh was also high top 6. So I guess I really couldn't have gone wrong. What the hell happened? Are teams dumb now? Are AIs actually dumb and will occasionally miss? Because, hot damn, like I know there's technically a lot of medium elites here, but geez, EA, what the hell? You just passed out like 17 medium. Why do you have so many medium elites? Oh my god. It's all right. Here we are. Mason McTavish, way to go. Let's see who's available to us here. With the top 3 off the board, we go to the queue, and we are looking at Cole Huckins, Cameron Wynot. I mean, let's see the next pick, 32 teams. Okay, so it's going to be between Wynot and Huckins, from what I can tell. 18-year-old defenseman in Wynot. Ooh, that's 5 years out. That's not looking too good. What about Huck? Yeah, it's not looking too good either. Huckins, Wynot. Huckins, Wynot. Both memeable names for sure. Cole Huckins is a big boy. A big old boy. Cameron Wynot not looking too bad either. Okay, tiebreaker. Huck has great hair. Wynot had great hair. Damn it. Damn it. It really doesn't matter who the hell we take here. You know, people were pissed at me because we didn't take a big boy last time. Let's take Cole Huckins. He is a high top 9. That was a very good decision. Mr. Huckins, welcome aboard. And good thing is taking a big boy is a very viable strategy this year. So I am happy about that. God, this draft is very bizarre. As Wynot was a medium 6. We absolutely made the right choice. We are 2 for 2 so far, and doing as good as we possibly could. In this pick, it is either Matus Mensick, who has good shooting and that's about it, or we're going to go for the defenseman Oscar Plandowski. Okay. And we're going to go for Plandowski. Why? Because he has a player picture. That is literally the only reason. Going to go off the board and take Oscar. Medium top 6. Bit of a low overall, but that is okay. Mensick was a medium bottom 6. So, yeah, I'm happy with Plandowski. Who do we have here now in the 4th round? Gill is the top name available. It is down to Gill or McDonald. So Justin Gill, the 18-year-old. Not looking too good. And then there is Cameron McDonald. Same thing here. We got someone with a picture. Let's take Justin Gill. Because why not? Good hair, at the very least. Medium 9. Not bad. Low overall. I'm actually very happy with how this draft is going for us right now. It looks like EA may have been very generous in the junior leagues to hand out some of these potentials. Next, we have Attilio Biasca or Frank Jenkins. Biasca has the coolest name, but Frank. Every team needs a good Frank. We're going for Frank Jenkins, who was terrible. But damn it, we have our Frank. 2 picks left in this draft. Next up, we are looking at Connor Olson, Jakub Brebenek, Barenka. Oh God, it's gonna have to be Olson and Brebenek. That's gonna have to be it. We don't really have the numbers on anybody else. So let's go for the 17-year-old and Jakub Brebenek, although he should actually still be available. We should take Connor Olson here from Moncton, who is terrible. And that means we should have one guy left who was still projected to be drafted, available to us here. And there he is. We'll take the center, Jakub Brebenek. Brebenek, not sure. He is also terrible, so it doesn't really matter. We did very good there through the first few rounds of the draft. I'm very happy with that. ZLH up to Gill, looking very good. And even in the bottom 3 picks, we still picked up a Frank, which is great. Problem being, we're going to need a lot more luck starting in the next drafts, where we'll have a lot more computer-generated players. This first-year draft, we did pretty well. You get a look at our top prospects in terms of overall. We only have 4 guys who are above a 60, and very few potentials that I'm actually happy with. We have yet to draft a goaltender. So yeah, we're going to need a lot of luck in the future. But again, early stages of this series here. We have a long way to go. But I'll tell you one thing. With Cole Huckins watching my back, I've never felt so safe. Thank you very much for checking out this video, for supporting me, for supporting this channel. You know the deal. Drop a like on the damn video if you enjoyed it and you don't want me to go away, because who knows, I might just quit someday. Probably. Who's to say? Channel growth plateauing? It's been plateauing for years, let's be honest. I'm not going to do this forever, people. Appreciate me while I'm here, because somebody's got to. Right? Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Check out everything in the description. That includes all the socials, the Twitter, the Gram, which I don't use as much anymore, but I need to start using again. That's fine. The Discord. Of course, we stream every night on Twitch. And there is the Patreon again, where you can catch the exclusive series to that platform for a decent amount of time. And I mean a long time, really, where we are drafting, doing the same thing in Draft to Glory, because again, we're limited two-way forwards and two-way defensemen only. Will we have success in that series? Who's to say? There's a new episode up right now. I love you. Goodbye.